over the train tragedy, which continues to snowball. The opposition is demanding the resignation of Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, accusing the government of ignoring several safety recommendations, specifically the Kavach system, the technology that prevents head-on collisions. Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge wrote a letter to the Prime Minister raising several questions, stating that the government is focusing on strengthening the railways in a superficial manner. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi also hit out at the BJP while addressing the Indian diaspora in New York. He claims Congress ministers took moral responsibility in the past, accusing the Modi government of ignoring its failures. Meanwhile, the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has said, and I quote her, "Dal mein kuch kala hai," accusing the centre of ignoring glitches in the signalling system. The opposition has also accused the centre of using the CBI to shield the railway minister of any moral responsibility. The big question remains, is politics superseding an investigation to find the truth as the lens shifts to the sabotage angle?
ट्रेन में जा रहे थे, अचानक से डोलने लगा। डोलते डोलते ट्रेन रेल लाइन से नीचे नम गया और पत्थर में चलने लगा।
उन लोगों के सामने तो मैं सोच रहा था सब लोग मर ही गए, मैं भी तो सोच रहा मर ही गए।
पैर नीचे कर दिया, पैर में चोट आ गया। उसके बाद ट्रेन पलट खा गया, पटरी से उतर गया। उसके बाद मेरा पेट में खर्च हो गया।
एकदम नॉर्मलाइजेशन की तरफ ले जाना है और बहुत ही संवेदना के साथ जिन परिवारों के मेंबर्स खो गए उनको किसी न किसी जल्दी से जल्दी उनके पास उनके परिवारजन पहुंचे, ये हमारा दायित्व भी खत्म नहीं हुआ।
It is the fault of the British that the train has crashed. No, the Congress minister, I remember, said, it is my responsibility the train has crashed, I am resigning.
अब ये कैसे एक्सीडेंट हो गया है इसको तो देखना चाहिए ना। जो बजट पेश होता था वो तो उस तरह का प्रावधान नहीं ना होता है जी, नहीं तो एक एक चीज बात तो सबको मालूम होता।
Some more breaking news coming in now. Top railway board sources are telling CNN News 18 that 1 lakh crore non-lapsable fund was set up in 2017 for railway safety and the full fund was utilized. In 2022, the government extended the validity of this fund. And as per railway sources, the CAG report cited by the opposition has been used selectively and expenditure has only gone up. Akash is joining us. So what is the CAG report saying that railway is countering?
So, Maya, you see, following this tragic incident in Odisha, numerous accusations have been made that are directed towards the rail authorities, and these are related to various matters. And one issue is the alleged negligence and sluggishness that is displayed by the railways in addressing safety measures, track maintenance, and the corresponding expenditure as well. However, at this point in time, Railways has countered these allegations with data. And the data says that the expenditure was 2.5 times of what was, what this expenditure was before 2009. In fact, the CAG report that the opposition parties, in fact, several reports are showing is used very selectively because you see this CAG report is talking about only 3 years. However, the Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Course was set up in 2017, and 1 lakh crore was spent in next 5 years. In fact, this was a non-lapsable fund and was further extended in 2022.
Okay.
So rather than believing on the allegation, people should understand that at this point in time, the expenditure was 2.5 times of what it was before 2014.
Okay, so the expenditure having gone up is what the railways is claiming. They're also saying that what is being said by the opposition is selective. Let me bring in Riju Datta, Ratan Sharda, Dolly Sharma and Anubhav Das, who's a survivor of this tragic accident. Riju Datta, coming to you. Why is the opposition selectively quoting CAG report?
No, it is not about selectively quoting CAG report. Listen, from 2017, there is no separate railway budget. My question is, in 2011-2012, when Mamata Banerjee as the then railway minister introduced the anti-collision system, why is that not in practice? This huge Kavach thing, a PR stunt was done. It is only covering 2% of it.
No. Kavach is not an anti-collision system, bhai. It is automatic train protection system. That's a different system.
अरे कोई भी system आप पकड़ लो, काम तो नहीं कर रहा है, ड्रामाबाजी हुआ ना. I am telling this, the entire India travels in sleeper class. They don't travel in Vande Bharat. We want to reach home. We rather be late than not reach home entirely. But somebody needs to be accountable for the loss of 288 lives.
Yes. Accountability, will that be fixed? Will there be a comprehensive inquiry? Is the question.
One second. Where will the accountability be fixed? Accountability won't be fixed because with this CBI investigation, now every time it is in the history of Indian Railways, every accident is probed by special commissions because they have technical expertise in this matter. But a CBI probe, which is a criminal investigation, is just to bury the truth.
Riju Datta, you as a politician, you have all right to say that. But in any rail accident, first inquiry is always by the Commissioner of Railway Safety, which is a statutory body which comes not under the Railways Ministry but under the Civil Aviation Ministry. Just a short correction. Before I bring in Anubhav Das, I want to understand from you, Dolly Sharma, how does the resignation of the Railways Minister really help?
I would like to mention here is that we have to put somebody accountable, and crying and the way BJP is politicizing this, कि इस पर राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. BJP is the first party whenever there is any incident happening in the Congress ruling state, they are the first ones who started asking for resignations. So why the entire opposition cannot ask for a resignation? Because I will give you reasons also here. कि जितना भी बजट आवंटित हुआ था सदर्न रेलवेज के लिए 468.90 करोड़, उसमें से 1 रुपया भी खर्च नहीं हुआ. मैम, 1 रुपया भी खर्च नहीं हुआ.
डॉली शर्मा जी, मुझे ये बताइए, इसमें से कितने सवाल रेलवे के बजट पर ऑपोजिशन ने उठाया है पार्लियामेंट में? लास्ट 9 साल में कोई भी सवाल रेलवेज पे उठता ही नहीं था. Do you think this government allows debates in the parliament? No, they don't. No. My question is, okay, Ratan Sharda, the larger question is about accountability. Will accountability be fixed? Will we know who killed these 275 people?
To use the word like who killed these 288 people, I think that is very insensitive. Secondly, resignation is the easiest way of escapism when you can duck the responsibility by softening the blow by saying, I have resigned. For a minister to stand there for 50 hours to put the trains back on track requires a lot of courage. And to ridicule somebody for being sensitive where standing there for 50 hours, crying and all is very insensitive, foolish. And as far as Mamata Didi's continuous banging talk about, do you remember that there was a gentleman called Dinesh Trivedi who was made railway minister by Mamata Banerjee and who was not allowed to talk of modernization of railway and he had to resign? Mr. Riju Datta would remember that gentleman. Now he's no more in TMC, but he was made to resign because he demanded modernization of railways. And the kind of budget the railways have got now are nothing compared to what they were getting earlier on, whether safety, whether it's modernization, and reducing of the accidents. And when you continuous talk of anti-collision device and all, it was not anti-collision issue. It was derailment. Until the inquiry is over to find out how the derailment happened and who were the criminals, if there were any criminals involved, considering that so many incidents have happened in the last 2 days, to try to negate those issues like stones on the track, tires on the tracks, stoning of the Vande Bharat Express, including in Bengal. You laughed at that time.
Yes, so दाल में कुछ काला है. मेरा कहना है, रिजू दत्ता, मेरा कहना है, सुनिए, दाल में कुछ काला है, ये सब तो सब्जेक्ट ऑफ इंक्वायरी है ना. एंड दिस इज नॉट स्टेट स्पेसिफिक. दिस ट्रेजेडी involves people of several states. Why make it about us versus them?
No, क्योंकि ये जो बातें कर रहे हैं ना, इतना स्पेंड हुआ, इतना ये हुआ, इतना फलाना ढमकाना हुआ. अरे 280 लोग तो मर गए. अगर आपके जाने पहचाने कोई वहां पर होते, खुदा ना खास्ता, तो आप बोलते मिनिस्टर 60 घंटा खड़ा है, बहुत कुछ कर लिया है.
आज तक की मैडम 468.90 करोड़ रुपीस को मंजूरी दी गई थी. सदन रेलवे पर 1 रुपया भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने खर्च नहीं किया. कवच पर, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द कवच. They did not spend even a single rupee.
Riju, there has to be a united opposition raising this question. I mean, it's only Congress party which is speaking, not Mr. Ratan Sharda.
No, I understand, but I don't know why Congress is not understanding that somebody else is talking.
Okay.
I just want to say that there was a report. Maria, one very serious thing I will raise.
Yes.
There is a report by the Hindu in January 2023 that there is 3.12 lakh posts vacant in the railways, which means they are understaffed and overburdened, and 50% of those posts are in the safety category area.
You know, railway safety staff, Riju Datta, that's almost, I have said that and I have covered that and raised that question for last 17-18 years.
अच्छा, आप खत्म करने दोगे मैडम? एक सेकंड, खत्म तो कर लें, खत्म कर लें प्लीज.
सब एक्सीडेंट के बाद यही सवाल होता है, लेकिन कुछ नहीं होता उसके बाद.
Maria asked me how many times you raised the question in Lok Sabha. Please tell me. Congress is there no question hour? Is there no 0 hour?
नहीं, रिजू दत्ता, माला पहनाने की बात नहीं है. रिजू जी, माला पहनाने की बात नहीं है. मेरा कहना है, ये जो ट्रेजेडी है,
मंत्री तो वहाँ पर भारत माता की जय कर रहा है, लाशें लग पड़े हुए हैं, और वहाँ पर ट्रेन ट्रैक चालू करने के बाद स्लोगन.
तो क्या करे, वो स्यापा करे वहाँ पर झंडे के what do you mean by this? He's raising the morale of the people who work for like 50 hours continuously. You should not erase the morale of the people.
किसी पर एहसान नहीं किया. रेलवे मिनिस्टर है देश के. 275 लोगों की जाने गई हैं और हजारों लोग घायल हैं, सीरियस रूप से घायल है. अगर वो 50 घंटे खड़े रह गए तो कोई एहसान नहीं किया उन्होंने देश की जनता पर. रेलवे मिनिस्टर है, बने इसलिए है. लोगों की जाने गई है. क्या बचा रहे हैं? 50 घंटे लोग खड़े हैं. आप देश की जनता पर एहसान कर रहे, क्या जिम्मेदारी लिए तो निभाएंगे आप.
हाँ, तो एहसान कोई नहीं करता. आपने भी एहसान नहीं किया था यूनियन कार्बाइड के समय,
नहीं तो मत बोलिए ना. 50 घंटे
को बचा के निकाला था, तो आपने शाबाशी भूल गए यूनियन कार्बाइड.
Ratan Sharda, you know the point that has been made by opposition, the point that has been made by various opposition parties is that every time an accident happened, the railway minister took responsibility and resigned.
Whom are you asking?
Mr. Sharda, you.
I have never asked for resignation of any minister after any accident all through my career, because they are doing a tough job. If they are able to stand there, own the responsibility and try to take a corrective action, then that is the best thing that
Ratan Sharda, Riju Datta, Dolly Sharma, really appreciate your time. Let me bring in Anubhav Das, who was in fact on that train. Anubhav, just explain to us what really happened. Share your experience with us. You have to unmute yourself.
Hi Maria. Thank you so much for having me. I understand that you have been running along with the latest report that has come in yesterday, but let me tell you from the very beginning that I remember clearly that whatever I had actually told a few of the media houses, that is what has been coming out lately. Okay, and you won't believe that the things that happened on that fateful night of June 2nd will forever be etched in our memories of people who have come out unhurt. We were really lucky that I was, me and my co-passengers in our coach, we were situated at the very end of the Coromandel Express. Okay, and the Coromandel Express has about 21 coaches, 22 coaches actually, excluding the engine, and we were the 21st coach, and behind us was just the guards coach. Now what happens is around 6:30 in the evening, 6:35 in the evening, we hear a loud bang, a boom-like sound, just like how if something a huge thing hits another thing, that kind of sound. And let me tell you that we were in a first AC compartment, and anybody who has traveled in AC compartment would understand that the noises that are emanating from outside are really, really muffled when they come inside, because they're really insulated properly. Now, what happens is after this sound, it is accompanied by a jerk-like movement that goes on up to about 40-45 seconds, and then the train comes to a screeching halt. After this point of time, we understood that okay, this train has had some kind of an incident, and that we needed to get down as soon as possible. Because the first thing that came to our mind was we were afraid, we were scared. What about all these live wires? If the train had been in some kind of incident,
So
or
did
if
was the electricity cut when the train came to the halt?
Yes, regarding that, the electricity from the wires were cut, but there are backup lighting facilities that was going on, that was active only in our coach.
Okay.
So the coach that was just ahead of us, even that coach did not have any electricity.
Okay.
And I remember clearly putting in my phone charger just to see plugging in my charger just to see if the points are active or not. The points were not active. Only the lights were running. There was no AC and fans running at that time, and the lights were only on backup. And every other coach had either derailed or were damaged. Ours was the only coach. Very fortunate to tell you that ours was the only coach that was not even damaged at all. Okay, not even a single damage. So about 5 to 10 of us people, we started to disembark from the coach. When we opened the door, we see about 3 coaches that were derailed, and they were lying on the other side of the track, the parallel track.
Okay.
Okay. So this particular at that point of time, we did not know if those coaches belong to our train or not. You see, it was almost dark, and there was a lot of confusion going on. So the people that were coming out of this coach, we interacted with them, and they were really, really in need of help. We could see that they were injured, heavily injured even. Some had bleeding from their heads, even cuts on their faces, cut marks on their arms. So fractured arms and limbs. Those people were sitting on the railway track, beside the railway track. We gave them water. We made some makeshift bandages out of the bedsheets of the railway bedsheets. Now, at this point of time, after interacting with them, we got to know that those people were traveling in the Yashwantpur,
Okay,
Bangalore,
so they were
Howrah
in
Superfast.
another train, and for your passengers, you really do not know what happened then. Most of them.
At that point of time, the position that we were in, we could not see the front of the train.
Okay. Anubhav, thank you for
Of
sharing.
our Coromandel Express.
Thank you
So
for
we
sharing
thought
your
that,
experience.
okay,
We'll continue this conversation, Anubhav. We have really come to the end of this discussion. Of course, you have been among those who have survived this tragedy. Over 275 people, remember, lost their lives. 1,000 are still injured and battling for their lives in various hospitals. That's all from me. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Thanks so much.